Welcome back, you guys. I hope you are ready for today's video because I'm so excited to be playing with another one of these palettes. Listen, don't look at the bangs today. I don't know what they're doing. They're living their own life. Just let them live. But today I'm going to be playing with the winter palette. So this is a part of the Alva Fairy Wish collection. And you guys know I love fairy vibes. So if you didn't see one of my previous videos, I did a video with the autumn palette and I had a blast. I created some of my favorite looks I've ever done with this palette. So if you haven't seen this one, I will have it linked down below so you guys can check it out. It was truly such a good time. But today we're going to be playing with this one, and I've already created one of the looks, which I'm really loving. But we are going to be creating two, so let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather. And I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will choose to stick around. We have a great community here and I love you guys so much. But if you do choose to subscribe, don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. You won't want to miss the other videos, like the autumn palette, the spring palette. I'm excited for the summer palette as well. I love the pop of red. But I did get these in PR in case you did miss the first video. I did go through pricing and everything in that video, but in case you haven't seen that one, I will go through it again just in case. So let me look up the details. Should have done that to start with. Okay, so we have the Alva Fairy Wish bundle, which you can pick up for $149.26, which is a pretty big discount than just buying them separately. But you also have 6 matte lip stains, which I really love their matte lip formula a lot. But those retail for $13.90 US, but you can also pick them up in a bundle as well for $70.89, and it's the same situation for the glosses too. I will show you guys swatches of the full collection, that way you can get an idea for it in case, you know, you are interested. But if you are just interested in picking up one of the palettes, those retail for $43.90. Now, my videos are not always meant to just sell you something. I really truly love makeup so much, and I don't have anyone in my life, like my everyday life, that loves it like I do. So the fact that I have a community of people here who love and enjoy it as much as I do truly is the greatest thing in the world to me, and I love it so much. But I just love to share my excitement for it. I love creating looks, inspiring people, and that is what my videos are meant for. Like, I want to inspire you to pull things out of your collection and get you excited for what you have, as well as show you like what's good. You know, I want to give you my thoughts on the new things as well, because I do love reviewing makeup, especially from brands that I know and love, like ODEN'S. I do have like probably 30 palettes from them now. I know it was over 20 before, but I am very familiar with them and I love them very much. So getting this in PR was truly an honor. So as for a code, I don't know if I have one just yet. I am supposed to, but I am waiting to hear back. So if I do, I'll pop it up on the screen in case you are interested. I'll have everything linked down below along with the code if I can figure it out. But with all that being said, I'm going to shut up now and we're going to get into look number 1. I'm excited to get to start playing with the winter palette now. It is so beautiful. I love the tones in here. I really want to play with these two together, but that's not what we're doing today. I was going to, but then I went in a whole different direction. So we're just going with it, you know? So I put the muted mauve lip liner on the lips. Let me tell you what's on the cheeks. I love the highlight situation. So if you've been following along my last few videos and you saw my video with the autumn palette, you know I've been going through this thing where I'm mixing all of my different highlighters with the Lethal Dexter highlight, because I've noticed it makes great combos with stuff. So I made a whole concoction of highlighters. I did the Dexter first and laid that down. Then I went over it with Moon Cruiser from KALEIDOS. I was kindly gifted this by Heather Austin, and it is amazing and I love it so much. But I went over it like right here, just in the center where you see that like real pop of brightness, with the SOLMANE Sunlight Love Blusher highlighter in the shade Star Legend. This one came out with, I cannot remember, the Moonwish palette. I couldn't remember for the life of me what that one was called, but I love it. So for blush, I did Grape Soda from DANESSA MYRICKS. I love this. Like, she is punchy. It's not made for my skin tone, but I don't know about you, but I do feel like I made it work. You can deepen it up and get that full-on rich pigment. You can sheer it out. I actually did build this up on my cheeks. I did a couple of layers, but I went in with a bit of pigment at a time. That way I could get kind of a smoother blend. You know what I mean? But all in all, I love the cheek situation. And I'm excited to keep trying this with different highlighters, because so far it's been really fun. But like I said, for lips, I did my ABH lip liner in the shade Muted Mauve. I kind of wiped it off on the inside of my lips because I want us to be able to see the color, but I cannot put lip product on without a lip liner. I just can't. So we're doing the matte in the shade Nude Nectar today. I might end up changing it because I wasn't sure what shade to go with for this look. So, like I said, I like to apply it and then use my finger to blend it out. I think it really gives it that like blurring, smoothing effect, and I love it. And here we have just the lipstick, and I love it, like I said. But now we're gonna do, is this the right shade? Citrus Camilla. I think I used this one yesterday, but that's the shade. I might end up changing it though. These two do go really well together. I just don't know how well it's going to go with the eye look. Looks beautiful on the lips, especially for someone who sucks at applying lip products. So now we're going to get into the palette, and I'm excited for this eye look because not only is the color story I picked, I think, really pretty, but I had a freaking blast with that autumn palette and created some really freaking good looks. So I'm excited to get into this one as well. So what I think I want to do is I want to start with this shade here, Snowy. And we are going to start with this in the inner corner. And I'm just using the E06 from Singe Beauty. Like, she's packing the color on. I'm really just trying to get everything laid down. Apparently I didn't have that eyeshadow primer blended all the way out because it's creasing. And I'll just lightly blend. I'll work on like fixing all of that here in just a minute. But so far so good. I mean, we are just getting started. So next we're going into the shade Wood Stove. And I love the undertone of this shade. I think it's beautiful. I also think these four palettes would go so well together. I just uploaded a bingo with Bella Beauty Bar palettes, and I'm thinking maybe we can do another one with these. Could be really fun. And honestly, that bingo is doing a lot better than I expected it to, as in like views and stuff. I didn't think that many people would watch it, but you guys showed up, so thank you. I'm going to switch over to the E03 and just go into that same shade. And I'm just kind of taking this to blend up and over. I'm surrounded by drinks right now. I have an iced chai latte that Amanda got me as a surprise, which she is the sweetest. A Welch's fruit punch. A Red Bull. The Juneberry. And a cup of coffee. Like, I'm gonna be energized, you know? I was gonna say hydrated, but probably not. Not with the stuff I'm drinking. So I'm just going back and forth between these brushes until I get that layered dimension in the crease, which you can see it's building up very nicely. And then I want it to get up like higher as well, bigger. Now I think I want to add some more of this color here, that shade Snowy. So I'm just gonna work on kind of bringing this up and over. I'm cleaning off the brush. I accidentally picked up a bit too much product. Let's go in with some of this shade too. Snowman. It's kind of like a pastel lilac color. And I'm going to do that on the E03. Let's just blend on the edges out here. And maybe even like right here. I'm using the little E05 from Sigma and just going back into that first shade and building this up in the main crease. I think I'm going to take some of that shade Wood Stove and bring it over. These two together are really, really pretty. See them blended there? That's pretty. I like that. And I love how tiny and precise this little brush is. I think it's so cool. Let's just do the same exact thing on the lower lash line real quick, and I'll be right back and we'll move on. I want to brighten up this inner corner a little bit. So I think we want to, I want to do the yellow? Actually, I'm going to leave that alone for now because I might do the yellow. I won't be able to tell what I want to do until I do the shimmers. So we're just going to skip over to deepening up. So I'm going to do this shade, End of the Year. It's so pretty with these tones. It's going to be fun. So using the E25, I might switch over to the E06. We will see. But I just want to start adding it to the outer corner and the crease. I do want to switch. I've been reading Legends of Besmar, I think is how they say it, but it's so good, you guys. It's a 5-star read for sure for me. I'm on book 4, I think, at the moment, and I'm loving every minute of it. Like, literally, I cannot stop reading it. But it's like, I'm listening to it right now, and I think it makes me too relaxed in the daytime, and maybe I should not read so early or listen to an audiobook so early. You know what I mean? This is so beautiful. Let's use the E11. Add some to the lower lash line too. I'm really excited about these shimmers. There's some really pretty dark shimmers in this palette, and you guys know I love them. They're my favorites. I'm going into this deeper purple shade, Wood Stove, the one I used on this side of the eye. And just using that to help blend all that out. I love this. I feel like it could be winter, could be a mermaid, you never know. But I'm going to go in with the Dyrune Cosmetics Glitter Glue, spit it out. It's the Stick and Sparkle, and I'm going to put this on the lid. We're going to move along to the shimmers. I'm excited. That shade is so pretty. That's Wintertime. I thought it said Winter Crane at first. This shade I'm so drawn to. It is called Lazy, which I could totally relate. Then we have Cashmere. That's pretty, but that's not what I'm going for. this shade I really love. It's called Cool. That one I feel like goes really well. See, I'm drawn to these two very much. But I'm wondering if I did those two, could I then do like this shade in the inner corner? Because that shade Cool does have a little bit of gold in it. Let's just do it. I mean, it's just makeup. I want to love the look, of course, but things happen. If I don't, I don't. So I'm going to use the E01 and go into Frost, because I didn't get to use the yellow in the Autumn palette. But we're going to just pack this here. And then it's like a starry winter night, you know? And I always love their yellows in their palettes. My favorite is Rebirth from the Hella palette. It's so good. That would have been even better though if I would have put a white primer down, but you can still see it. It still looks beautiful, and once I put that shimmer on it, it'll be even better. So I'll just leave it as is for now. But now we're going to move on to shimmers, and I want to start with this shade. These two shades I think are my favorite two in the palette. This one would have been good as well. Festive. It's really pretty. But going in with Lazy, which is what I felt all day, tapping this on most of the lid. That shade is just so freaking stunning. Look at that. Oh, I'm in love. And it goes so well. Like once I get all that nicely blended, I think it's going to be so beautiful. That base goes with that deeper shade in the outer corner very, very well. But then we're going to go in with the shade Cool. Let's do a little bit of that on the lower lash line too. I'm going to use this L04 brush and see if I can pick some up with this. This is one of those like putty formulas, and it's easier to pick, like use your finger with it than it is to pick up with a brush, unless you're using like that E01 from Singe. Yeah, we're gonna have to use the Singe brush. But I can't be precise, I feel like, with my finger on the lower lash line. See, the Singe brush just gets it every time. This palette only has one of those shades that are putty, but man, they're just so beautiful once you get them on the eye. I love that. But now we're gonna do the yellow. So that's this shade. It's kind of yellow, but it looks kind of orange in the pan. It's the shade called Icy. So I'm not gonna spray this one. Just gonna pick some up on my brush, and we're just gonna put this in the inner corner, just to give it a little sparkle. Last thing is I want to take that deep blue shade and just blend out here, which was really easy to do because that shimmer goes really well with those deeper colors. But I'm going to go finish this look off camera, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. And I'm going to listen to my book. Don't ask about the bangs. I'm trying new things, and I don't know if they're banging or not, but yeah, it is what it is. So I wanted to talk off camera. I didn't like the way this inner corner part was looking. So when I was doing this eye off camera, I did the lighter shade first, then went in with the deeper shade. I'll pop up a video here that I took to show you guys the difference of what it looks like when you start with the deeper shade versus starting with the lighter shade. And you can decide what you like best. But I have decided these like more putty like shades, there's only one of them in this palette. They do work better if you start with them first and then go in with the other shade second. So that's my opinion on that personally, and you guys saw the video, so you can make that decision for yourselves as well. But it did turn out really beautiful. I love the way that both shades look on the lid. It's so stunning. I just think the whole look is a vibe, and I have my blazer on, so I feel like a boss, you know? It is what it is. So for lips, I changed out my liner, and I'm using this really old lip liner, which is gross, I know, but it's the only color like this I have. This one is from Glam Light, and it was from the Michaela Pot 1 collection, I think, or was it Pot 2? It's the Pot 2, but you see the tone of it. If you guys know of any like this, please let me know. It's like kind of mauvey, but it's leaning more purple, and it's almost lilac. I love it, but I changed it out for that. Then for liner, I did the white in the waterline, and then I did Crybaby in the inner part, and blue, well, dark blue from Glisten Cosmetics, and I love those as well. But for mascara, I used the Firework. This one smudges on me, but they all smudge on me. I think it might be a me problem. And for lashes, I'm pretty sure these are the Lush Lash from Bright Lashes, but unfortunately they're no longer available, which makes me sad. But I do have a whole entire drawer full of them because they are my favorite lashes. I'm not even kidding. I have like 30 pair, and I plan on using them until I cannot use them anymore because, I mean, come on, they're beautiful. But you guys are going to have to let me know what you think of this look. I am ready to create look number 2, and I'm loving the cheek situation today. It's so glossy and beautiful. But what I have on the cheeks is this Morphe Cheek Trio. It's the After Party Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trio. And I think it's the shade Cheek Thrills or After Party. I'm not sure. I'll have it linked down below. But I really love this product. I have all 3 of them on layered, and I think they look so beautiful on the face. I really would like to pick up more shades, but I did 2 highlighters. The gold you see here is the Benefit Glow La La. I've been loving this one a lot, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. But the green is the Green Goddess from Bella Beauty Bar, and I love that one as well. So I haven't done the ODEN'S Eye lip products yet because I don't know what I want to do. So I just put on my Shy But Fly lip liner with my Fenty Beauty oil. This is in the shade Fenty Glow. I'll have it linked down below, but we'll do the ODEN'S Eye lip products at the end after the look is finished. That way I can kind of figure out what I want to do exactly. Okay, so I think this look today is going to be kind of straightforward, easy, but I'm going to start with the yellow shade, Frost. That's why I did the white primer today from Diver & Cosmetics. It's the Color and Cover, because I knew I wanted to use this pastel yellow and I want it to pop. So I want to give it its best chance to really show up. So I'm just applying this to the inner corner with the E06 from Singe Beauty. But I'm going to take the E01 and put some down here as well. I even added a little of the white down there too. My eyes have been watering really bad this morning, which sucks. It's annoying. I'm excited to get to play with the yellow in this palette, at least in a bigger way. I ended up taking the yellow off of yesterday's look, so because it just didn't make sense after I changed the look up there at the end. Now I want to go into the shade Scarf, and I'm going to do that on the E08 to start with. I'll probably like go in between this one and the E06. Maybe I should have started with the E06. But I'm just packing this color on for now and getting it all nice and laid down. I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be a lot more toned down than the last one for sure, but still going to be pretty, hopefully. I switched over to the E06 because it just packs more on. This is going to be like the base shade of the look. But I just like to work between the brushes until I get this built up and get the level of dimension that I want with this shade. I'm going to take the E04 too and just go ahead and put it on the lower lash line while I'm at it. Why not? And I think I'm going to bring this yellow over just a little bit more. Honestly, this would be a pretty look on its own. Just put a shimmer on the lid. This one, it could be a really simple, like, quick look if you're into that kind of thing, which would actually be ideal for today because Amanda has a doctor's appointment and we have some other like errands and stuff to run today, so that's why I'm up like really early. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, which is very unlike me. That was not part of the plan though. I woke up with a stomach ache, which is never fun. Now, you could just use this shade, Solstice, and that would be really pretty, but I'm actually thinking of doing this shade instead, the shade called Wool. It's really pretty, but there's a reason, and I think you will see it here in a little bit. Once I go to do the shimmers, you'll see like why I chose to put that shade instead of the red. I'll explain it to you more in depth then. I want the shimmer to be a surprise, basically. But I'm just going to clean some of this off. Let me grab my dirty velour poof. I always like flip the velour poof over to the clean side so it doesn't mess up my highlighter situation. I've been loving mixing the highlighters lately. I don't know why I wasn't doing it sooner, but it's fun. You should try it if you haven't done it yet. Let me grab my concealer. Still the YENSA. I have others that I like, but the YENSA, it dries down. Doesn't crease on me as bad, and I appreciate that. Plus, I get full coverage. I mean, I can't ask for more. Let me know if you like it. I mean, if you've tried it. And if so, what your thoughts are on it. Because I was talking about it with Angelica, and she said she didn't like it. And I was very aggressive. In hindsight, I was like, what? No, try it again. And she laughed, but now I'm like, girl, you probably came on really strong about that concealer. But I am who I am, you know? It is what it is. But I would love to hear your thoughts too. Okay, now I cleaned off the E06 and we're going into Wool. And I'm going to build this up out here in the outer corner / crease situation. This is going to be a fun look, I feel like. It's either really going to come together or it's going to look like crap. Let's hope it comes together. I'm using the E27 because I had a spot right there where the concealer was connecting to the mattes. You see it? That's not wanting to cover because I didn't blend that, so it's being difficult. Let's just add a little more. So I went ahead and caught this eye up off camera because this eye's been watering and time is of the essence. This eye is watering in the inner corner, this eye is watering on the outer corner. It's a mess, but let's move on. I'm going to keep packing this color here in the outer corner with the E06 until I get it to where I'm happy with it. I'm almost happy with this one, but that outer corner started watering, so I left it alone. Allergies suck, you guys. And I know, like, as soon as I go to the car, my eyes are going to start watering. I'm probably going to have to take this palette with me so that I can fix my makeup before we go in the doctor's appointment. I'm testing out foundation I got in BoxyCharm. It's the LYS stick foundation. I've worn it like 3 times in the house so far, and I like it, but I do want to wear it outside, and the humidity today is a fun 98%, so it's gonna get the ultimate test. But I've just switched over to the E27 from Sigma, and I'm going to work on this blend. I can feel my eye watering out here now too. What is up with the allergies? But I love this matte combo. I think it's really unique, fun, and something different. So then I'll go back in with the E06 and we'll just like floof this around the edges until I get these 2 shades nicely blended. Actually, let's do the E08. This had some of that brown shade on it, so I'll just take it around, then I'll dip into some of that blue shade and just help these 2 blend. But don't you just love that combo? I'm just going to do the best I can to work around it. But just keep it in mind that it's not the eyeshadow. That's all we can do. So I'm going to use the E11 from Singe and go back into Wool. And we are going to run this along the lower lash line. You know what? Let's use the E11 because it's flat and it won't flick the powder up into my eye, which actually might help with the allergies and not make it worse anyway. Yeah, I can tell. I'm definitely gonna have to take the palette with me and some brushes because I'll probably have to fix the inner and the outer corners. It's so annoying. I need to bring this down a little lower though. And then taking Frost, we'll just kind of blend that there as best I can with this whole mess I have going on. It sucks that it's doing that because it's gonna mess up the look. Okay, so now we're gonna dive into shimmers. I'm gonna use the Shine On from Cleona, and I want to just try them with a different primer this time. And you guys know this is one of my favorites as well, so I'm going to just put this on the lid and then we're gonna dip into the shimmers. I have noticed there's like 1 matte and I think 4 shimmers in the palette I haven't used, so I'm gonna have to try to use them off camera before my next ranking. But I'm hoping to do some reels, maybe a bingo, some other stuff with it. It could be really fun. But the shade I really want to be the focus for the shimmer is the shade Cashmere. It is so beautiful, and this shade is what inspired this whole look. It has like this nude yellow base with that blue flip. It's so pretty. I just love that so much, but I thought it would be so good with this color combo, so we're gonna give it a shot. And I was not wrong. That is beautiful. Oh, I love that. That shimmer is so pretty. I love it. But I'm excited for the next shade too. I was initially thinking about this one, but I think it's a bit too deep. That's the shade Icicles. So I'm going to skip on it for now. But if I hadn't have done this shade on the lid, that shade would have been pretty too, I think. So I decided I think I want to go into this shade Icy. So I'm going to try to pick some up on my pinky finger. I should have started with the lighter shade, I forgot. Oh, delicious. I actually want that shade to be more icy, so that looks terrible. My eye is like so red. But I'm going in with some more of that white primer, and I'm going to put some more of this down. Kind of like cut the crease. Like a half cut crease anyway. And then I'll let it dry, add some glitter glue, and then go back in with that shade. Only because I do want it to be more icy. And then I'll add more of that first shade down here on the end. Okay, now I want to go into that shade Icy. I think it's had time to get a little tacky. I'm trying to hurry because it seems like when I feel like I have extra time, I always end up running late. Because I poke around, you know what I mean? But that's what I wanted. More of that yellow to pop through. To really tie in that matte inner corner situation. And then I'll go back over the center with cashmere. Such a beautiful shade. And these two look so beautiful together. Then I need another E01. And I'll pick up more of that shade Icy. And we'll add this to the inner corner and hopefully cover up that ugly mess going on. And that's the good thing about the ODEN'S eye shimmers. They're so easy to pat out. I love that about them. So when this does inevitably mess up, it will be easy for me to fix. I'm just plopping some down here too with an E30 pencil brush from Sigma. I forgot how well they pick up these shadows as well. You can still tell though where that's messed up. That sucks. I might like go over it with one that I know will cover it after I get done filming. Let me show you. My favorite shade in this palette, Dissolve. I'll show you the finished look and then I'll add that to the inner corner and we'll see if it fixes it. But so far I'm loving this. I do want more cashmere though. I mean, that's what she said, right? And this is it for the eye look. So I'm gonna go finish this quickly off camera. Thank God I don't have a lot to do because I only have 40 minutes to be completely ready and in the car. So I'll be right back with the finished look. Okay, so I'm back with the finished look. I had a rough time with this eye, so it looks kind of patchy and messy, but I didn't have time to do lashes. So for once you get to see what my lashes look like without them. But I used the Max Stack mascara, which I do like, and this is, I have the waterproof version, and this one works pretty well for me. It doesn't smudge. I like the way it looks. I don't have the greatest lashes either, but I do feel like it gives me a little bit of length, some volume, everything I need. And then for liner, I did Exit. Well, that's not Exit. Exit from ColourPop, which is the white. And then in the inner part, I did the yellow from Glisten Cosmetics. And then Blue Marine from Laura Mercier. And I love the way it looks, other than this mess right here in the inner corner. But I did want to do the lip products with you guys. So I think I'm going to do this shade, Cream Petal. I was thinking about this one or the Cocoa Bloom. I like that one a lot too. It's like a cool tone brown. I have the liner on, Shy But Fly. From one size, I guess I could have finished the sentence. But I have like 4 minutes to be downstairs dressed. So I'm like panicking. And this is the lip, and I think it goes really well with the eye look. But real quick, I do want to fix the inner corner, and I feel like this shade in here kind of covers up messes like that really easily. So I'm going to go into that and see if it will work for this too. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? So I'll probably just take this one with me. And it really just adds that flair to this eye look. I love it. And it covered it up. It's like it was never there. Now, let's pick a gloss. Let's do this one, Tawny Rose. I don't think I've done this one yet. It's a little chocolatey. But like I said earlier, I do need to use this matte, and there's a couple shimmers in here I haven't used yet that I'm excited to use. But all in all, I really love both looks that I created with this palette, and so far it seems to be the same quality as the autumn palette that I used, same as the other palettes from ODEN'S that I have. I'm excited to continue using it on and off camera to really gather my thoughts over the next couple of weeks so I can really give you guys my full review during my ranking. But I've had a lot of fun with this one, and I had a lot of fun creating this look. I think it turned out really beautiful, especially considering the issues I had with the allergies. But let me know what you guys think of the looks. Which one was your favorite? Did you pick this palette up? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? I would love to hear from you down below in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you will. And until next time, bye.